different setting, different place, different time, situation, different things. I'm not gonna talk about this wig, y'all. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I only got 2 wigs, okay? So about what we talking about. So we ain't talking about that. We're gonna talk about today. Before we get into that, you guys okay? Like this video so it can get pushed out, so we can get this community started, get this community popping, you know what I'm saying? And then also, yeah, so, and subscribe. Yes, subscribe to this channel so we can get into it, you know what I mean? But yes, so do all that and let's get into it. All right, female doesn't want no dick. Okay, so I'm not gonna give no backstories like I normally do. We ain't talking about no backstories. We're gonna get straight into it. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, and of course I'm gonna elaborate. Okay, so the first and foremost, the first reason why a female doesn't want no penis is because she is healing. Okay, she is healing. And again, I tell y'all, this is all experience. Healing is a very important process, because I've noticed a lot of women tend to jump, and I used to do that. I used to jump from relationship to relationship, and it never got me nowhere. That when I was younger, I used to always jump, and I always like to tell, especially my young ladies, that jumping from relationship to relationship, you don't have time to get into to really feel. You don't know how to feel once a relationship ends, or you've been with somebody such a long time. A lot of times you fall in love with them, a lot of times you care about them. So, and then, you know what I'm saying, when you add sex into the equation in your relationships, you just like, it is a hard thing to break. Those soul ties are really, really real. So I really do think that people need to take them seriously, because they are real, and you can, and it's nothing to play with. So that's why you can't just have sex with just anybody. And that's why I think a lot of people, or a lot of men, don't understand why there's some difficult people out here, difficult women, but a lot of women, they trying to heal. Because I mean, it ain't, you can't just be jumping from one situation to the next, because it's not a healthy situation. And I mean, this goes hand in hand with the men, but women, we tend to just like, we don't really jump from relationship to the relationship like a man can, or they will, you know what I'm saying? That don't necessarily mean that's good for them, because it's not, but they gonna do it anyway. So, and I can't speak for a man, okay? I mean, I just tell you what comes from a woman. But from a woman that does not, when she doesn't want to have sex, she's, one of the reasons is she's trying to heal. Okay. So, number 2, she is tired of being seen as a sex object. I mean, look, and please don't take this the wrong way. I am not trying to brag on myself. That's really what I try to do. That is not my style. I don't do that. But I just said, ever since I was even my early teenage years, I've always remember, I always had a shape, okay? A womanly shape as a kid. They constantly see you as a sexual, you just looked at as a sexual person, a sexual object, I guess. You want to be like, you just don't know what to do. And that's why that's why I try to downplay my appearance, so they wouldn't look at me in that way. I couldn't do it. So yeah, a lot of women, if they are seen as a sexy person, or seen as a very attractive woman, a lot of them, they get tired of being seen as that, and just approached like that, because you don't want to keep getting approached like that. Okay, so, and then we're gonna go into the last reason, number 3, and that would be, kind of goes hand in hand with number 2, which all my 3 reasons usually do. She's bored. She's bored. Can you offer her more than some sex? And my young girls, please, my young ladies, in other words, young ladies, please, if they, I mean, take this from me. Remember this. If a man come to you and tell you about their sexual game, they dick is big. Oh yeah, yeah, I can do this, and you're going to be satisfied completely to the max. If they come into you telling you that, I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, this sex is going to be straight whack, and it's not going to measure up to what they're saying. They might have a big penis. Yay. Okay, and then on top of that, they might have, you know, they might be decent, but a lot of times, even with their decent, you be like, you bragged about this. That usually how it happens. Me and some of my girlfriends, we have had these conversations for years. Some of my friends are married, you know, some of my girlfriends, I mean, male and female, but a lot of my female friends were married, you know, are married, and they are like, they just say the same thing. When they were on a dating scene, even some of their husbands, they used to come in there like, yeah, girl, I can do this. I can make your, what's that song? They like, I can make your bed rock. And I'm like, look, man, I don't, if you do see, and a lot of men don't understand that, you know, well, they're probably starting to understand now, but I'm like, a lot of men don't understand. Of course, it's a head situation. You got to get into the woman's head in order for her to feel like she can get, you know, moist for your tail, for her to want you like that. Now, I'm gonna say this. If the man is sexy or he got some kind of appeal, he may not be the best looking thing, but he got some kind of appeal. Of course, I'm gonna look at him like, okay, if I do decide to give you some cooch, what's gonna happen? Are you gonna measure up to what you're saying? And the times that you do decide to go ahead and get it on with him, or, you know, I mean, that might be very old, but I said, once you try to, you know what I'm saying, once you give it to him, look. We can go ahead and just say that that's nowhere. It's nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. And you be like, oh, okay, this is what this was. Oh, and sometimes, a lot of times, they probably don't know that much about women. They, you know, kind of immature. They just think, yeah, they usually are immature when they sit up there and say stuff like that, because every man that, you know, going from the conversations, with my friends, every man that didn't speak about their sex game usually be on point. Okay, the ones that brag is usually the ones that don't. It just be whack as hell, and then and you just be like, do I even want to keep going on with this? And then it's like, yeah. So that's probably what they feel they got to offer. But like I said, I'm not here to bash men. I'm just quick to say, if you out here bragging about your thing, cut it out, okay? Please cut it out, because that shit is not attractive, and it's not gonna be attractive, and it ain't gonna never be attractive. No. So guys, I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Yes, like I said before, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all like this video. If you want to see more videos like this, I promise my articulation is going to get better. I will rendezvous with y'all next week, and y'all be blessed. Be safe out there.